What's going on, YouTube family? And welcome back to the channel. We have a sad but very interesting story to report today. I want to get right into it, and y'all can tell me how y'all feel and give me your opinions at the end, because I kind of got mixed feelings about this one. So I might can use y'all help on this one. But apparently a man died on a flight after lying about his COVID symptoms. The plane, which was scheduled to fly from Orlando to Los Angeles, made an unscheduled landing in New Orleans after a man on the flight suffered a cardiac arrest. So first responders tended to the man. While they were tending to him, the flight crew overheard his wife telling healthcare workers that her husband had been experiencing COVID symptoms. However, they had not disclosed the symptoms to the airline, which included the loss of taste and smell. They had not disclosed these symptoms to the airline before boarding the flight. The family confirmed the passenger suffered from pre-existing conditions, including high blood pressure and upper respiratory issues. And they also said he was feeling a little sick before the day of travel. The spokesperson from the airline said, "We can confirm that the time of check-in, the passenger acknowledged on our ready-to-fly checklist that he had not been diagnosed with COVID-19 and did not have COVID-related symptoms," which after receiving more information about the health of this passenger, it was apparent that he lied about how he was feeling on that day. In a statement, the airline said, "We implore passengers not to travel if they've been diagnosed with COVID-19 or have any COVID-related symptoms." United Airlines went on to say that after reports of the event service, if in doubt, the best option is just to get tested, and I tend to agree with that. There was also a paramedic on board the plane. His name was Tony Aldapa. I hope I'm saying that correctly. He actually risked being exposed to the virus as he tried to save the man as he was dying. It is said that he's since been experiencing symptoms of COVID-19 after this event. He actually tweeted, "I made the decision to attempt to save the passenger's life," and I'm quoting this from his tweet, and along with him and two others actually performed CPR for about an hour until the plane landed, and continued to help the firefighters when they came on board. He also went on to say he knew the risks involved with performing CPR on somebody who potentially had COVID-19. He went on to say that he spent the remainder of the flight covered in his own sweat and the man's urine. He also said he has since become symptomatic and awaiting results of his second test. He went on to say, "Looking back, I would not have changed my actions, but may have stepped up earlier. Knowing the knowledge, training, and experience to help out, I could not have idly sat back and watched someone die." And that's very admirable coming from him. But let's unpack everything that we just read in the article. So basically, a man made a decision to board a flight. From the article, he knew he was experiencing symptoms. His family, his wife knew. So instead of getting tested, and this is why I have mixed feelings about this, because this is a sad story at the end of the day because the man died. But it seems like it all could have been prevented by him getting a simple test done. And it also could have potentially saved his life. But because he chose not to get the test done, he not only died, he put his life in jeopardy, paid ultimate sacrifice. And I'm not sure what exactly killed him. Was it COVID, or was it the actual flight, or the pressure from the plane affected his respiratory system or something? I couldn't find that. But at the end of the day, he's not here anymore. And it had something to do with his symptoms. Whether it was COVID, whether it was not COVID. But it really seems to me that COVID played a big part, because I know the loss of taste and smell is one of the biggest symptoms. But back to what I was originally saying, in the bigger scheme of things, it seems like just getting a simple test would have not only saved his life, but would have potentially saved the life of anybody that he may have infected. Now, the doctor, like I said, is very admirable what he said and what he did, but who's to say that he doesn't get affected with COVID and die? And that's why I said, in the bigger scheme of things, he made a bad decision by boarding that flight. It all could have been prevented by a simple test. Now, I understand things happen and he might have been on a time scale, but it's just morally, you have to think, if I do have COVID, he could have affected everyone on that plane. And who's to say that he didn't affect other people on the plane? It's quite apparent that he infected the doctor, the one doctor on the plane, who had to make a tough decision himself. Now, he made an admirable decision. He made a morally correct decision, and I wouldn't argue with that decision. I think I would also try to save the man, just being a moral person. But at the end of the day, we have to make better decisions as people, and one simple decision could have saved this man's life. There were also 2 other people helping. I have not been updated on their status. The article didn't say whether they were symptomatic or not, but it all comes down to a lot of people got their life put in jeopardy because of one man's negligent decision to ignore his symptoms, lie about the symptoms, board the plane, potentially affect everybody. Not sure how many people, was it a full flight or what, but he took a lot of risks. It ultimately didn't work out for him, and it's very sad, but it's an eye-opener now, and it's something to be learned from this. We have to make better decisions when it comes to our health and also health of others. How we can affect others, especially in this time of uncertainty. So I guess in conclusion, if it's ever in jeopardy, if it's ever a decision, if you think you sick or you think you have COVID, I would just simply get tested, because we see what can happen. It could ultimately end up dangerous for a lot of people. And this happened. It's a very unfortunate situation, but it all could have been avoided by a simple test. Simple steps, simple things in life can go a long way. And morally, if he would have said, I'd rather not take the risk of complicating my situation or affecting others, it would have saved his life. Making the morally correct decision could have saved his life. Just being considerate could have saved his life. So, in conclusion, I guess make the right decision at the end of the day. So, like I said, I still have mixed feelings about this one. Let me know how you feel about this in the comments. I love interacting with y'all. So, let me know how you feel. What you have done, what the doctor did. Did he make the right decision? Did he not make the right decision? Is it worth it at the end of the day? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're already subscribed, I really appreciate you being part of the family. And thanks for watching. Until next time.